I think I always knew, since I can remember, that I wanted to be a mom, and since I can remember that I was very interested in science as a career. Women are much more likely to drop out of the scientific workforce, and I think a lot of that does have to do with the extra responsibilities that we face as caregivers. If you aren't in a place that recognizes that and will support your building of a really strong team, I think it can make it that much more difficult to be successful as a caregiver in science. It's been wonderful to feel a sense of support and community here at Mount Sinai. Eating disorders affect roughly 1 in 10 individuals by the time they reach middle adulthood, and binge eating will affect roughly 15% of the population in their lifetime. Unfortunately, we know very little about the underlying neurobiology of eating disorders relative to other psychiatric conditions, despite how common they are, and despite the fact that eating disorders are linked to incredibly high mortality rates. In my research, we're really trying to understand, are there specific aspects of decision-making that we can uncover. We really use as many possible methods as we can to understand what's happening at the level of brain behavior. We study what's going on in the brain using neuroimaging. We study how people make decisions and learn using mathematical models. And we also look at how the brain is communicating with and receiving signals from the rest of the body, importantly the digestive system, using neuroendocrinology. And we use a variety of methods to really be able to observe and assess people making these kinds of decisions and experiencing these symptoms in their everyday lives. Folks often find themselves getting kind of stuck in these patterns, and if we don't have an understanding of the underlying biology that's driving those symptoms and those experiences, then it becomes really difficult to think about how treatment might target them in a different way. The Distinguished Scholar Award is really designed to recognize the fact that it can be incredibly difficult to juggle all the responsibilities that come along with being a PI, of leading a lab, of being a researcher, and being somebody who's responsible for other folks, whether that's kids or your own parents or both. And it can be really challenging to juggle both of those things. This award and its support for me personally has meant that I've been able to hire and retain excellent talent on my team that's really integral to the success of my research. I'm supported in focusing on the things that I need to focus on when I'm in the role of being a researcher, and also able to put that aside and really focus and be present when I'm with my kids and with my family. By supporting this additional member on the team, this award is really enabling us to continue moving this research forward as quickly as possible so that we can have the biggest and fastest impact that we can on the lives of patients who are struggling with these symptoms.